Stories that have conflict, and most stories have conflict, typically include at least one hero and at least one adversary. As savvy storytellers, we can easily spot the protagonist and the antagonist. But who is the contagonist? And why does our story need one? We've come to expect that the hero and the villain won't come in full head-to-head combat with each other until the final confrontation. The story has to build up to that exciting climax through a variety of complications. And that's where the contagonist comes in. So what is a contagonist? Well, first, let's affirm that the protagonist is for something, like achieving the main goal, and that the antagonist is against it. So what is a contagonist? The contagonist plays a role that is contrary to the hero's pursuit. That is, standing in the way of it, or being a distraction from it, though not necessarily with the evil intent of an enemy. For example, Professor Snape could be considered a contagonist for Harry Potter. He's not the villain of the story, but he provides tension and conflict along the way. You could look at the Wizard of Oz as a contagonist because he impedes Dorothy's quest to go home by first giving her a dangerous assignment. Silence of the Lambs' Hannibal Lecter is both a collaborator and a complication for Detective Starling. In a buddy comedy like Dumb and Dumber, the heroes are often each other's biggest hurdle. In a mystery, pretty much everyone is a contagonist because every potential suspect slows down the investigation. As in these examples, the line can be blurred between contagonist and mentor, ally, or any other archetype. That alone can add an extra layer of depth to the story. Sometimes the contagonist is an ally of the antagonist, as in the case of a henchman, or perhaps someone in competition with the adversary. And the contagonist doesn't have to be human. Just as the main antagonist can be an asteroid hurtling toward Earth, or a drought that threatens the farm. Any person, thing, or circumstance that stands between the hero and the achievement of his or her goal can be considered a contagonist. A winter storm, a job change, a missing item, a surprise visitor, any of these can throw a curveball into the mix. None intend to thwart the hero, but they do the trick. The out-of-towners and planes, trains, and automobiles are examples of non-malevolent roadblocks to simply getting from one place to another. Since conflict is at the heart of story, could you add some characters or circumstances that will further delay your hero's progress? A series of complications that aren't traced to the antagonist will provide added surprises for your audience. And by some happy coincidence, conquering one of these very challenges just might provide the exact skill or know-how that comes in handy during that final confrontation with the real villain of the story.